Just a quick heart cross promise really, to say that a random word generating website was used for finding the words that the poems that you are about to watch, all of you, hopefully, and yeah, a random word generating website was used. What you're about to see was not scripted. Oh, hang on. Where's my heart? I don't use it enough. Somewhere there. Dib. I wasn't in the Scouts. Not allowed near them anymore. That's a different story. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Was all of this ever in the Scouts? Not tying. No. Stop it! Right, the first word that we have to make a short and on the spot, spritched together, piece of entertaining schlumph. The first word will be revealed very shortly because it is implication. Implication, right then. Implication, that activity, implication, happens all across the nation. Fingers get pointed here and there. Some know that they have the right to say the things that they're saying, and others simply dare. Some put together folders bound tight, and I think that it is right that some of them are found shite, because if you rush into a situation panicking and headless, it doesn't help anyone. Yes, when it comes to misinformation that is tied up with implication, we should be fed less. Yes. And I think that you can improve things, yes, I do, by putting a funny spin on it. I think that an implication sounds like something that an elf would do, going away from his house and getting his tongue out. Yeah! Yeah! All right, Shimon! Cooking on gas. You're about to be implicated. Oh, touching your face. You're about to be implicated now in another poem. The next word, and that aforementioned collection of letters shoved together for the world is bracket. brackets would get noticed by themselves, but they're hidden when holding up shelves. They're still important when you put your books away come the end of the day. Bracket sounds like break it. Could be used in street slang. I don't know street slang. If I'm out on the streets, I fake it. With the lads and those gents, you know, the ones in the jeans, they've got those rents. And, you know, when they're hanging around in the park or by the railway station, very oddly they're using punctuation. But those little moons that jump into the English language from time to time, they can sometimes even help out in a rhyme, yeah? And, you know, those little sexy curves that a librarian might enjoy, because I think they're secretly pervs, though in the silence that happens in libraries, you know, you'd have to make sure that nobody was standing quite close to you if you wanted to, you know, enjoy some Shakespeare. But, yeah. Brackets are very much like kind of when a line of words is laid out, brackets create, you know, an island, and they could also be a whisper or a shout. You know, they take you away and they are a distraction. Sometimes they're not needed, and sometimes all they generate is satisfaction. So, yeah. Maybe, you know, this poem wasn't that good, and I'll fuss about it, you know, and lose track, fret. But the random generator, it generated the word bracket. Alrighty tighty then, dearest screen of electricity flowing through it and behind it. All of this doesn't know how computers function. Everyone back to their own beds. But next word. Bring it on now, please. Stop talking to the machine. Don't touch it first. And it is college. Good memories of college. When people could be walked between, be they senior student or brand new teen, turning up with a bag full of books and hopes and dreams, and, you know, ready to intercept so many info streams. And, you know, it was interesting getting to the venue and thinking about them would become important, because it was a college where music was imprinted on everything all of this flesh form beeth now. And it was where to one corner of the arts made strongly was a vow that music will never be stopped flowing from this vessel. And that's something I'll stress, y'all, and rapping as well. But had to take a taxi in, and I think back to those memories of those times, because that's how the brain works. I remember those mornings with a grin. The driver, sadly no longer with us, has driven where we all must, and be ashes to ashes and dust to dust. But yeah, sad that he's no longer with us, but he was a taxi and not the driver of a silly bus. And yeah, silly bus was involved in college, I believe. Yeah. Did education work? Little bit of a jerk. Would do again? Maybe. Or move on and only reconnect at reunions somehow with a baby? No, were we taught that as well? Were we taught that as well? Knowledge Carnell. Yeah, and you'd want to, you'd want to have a lot of money. You wouldn't want to be a loser turning up at them. But then again, you wouldn't want to be a sheikh like one in Sharmel. So yeah. It's time to move to another poem and kind of turn a page, but yeah, interesting talking about college. Right, gonna say this is the last one. And it is... No, not having that. No, these have never... I can't go with some of these. What is this? Candidate, reader, export. Candidate, export. There are some candidates who don't like some exports. That's UKIP for you. Meadow. I did a poem about gardens recently. Recruit. My garden's a bit of a mess. I could recruit somebody to mow it. Width. It's not a big garden, but it gets the job done. Sizing and everything. You can take what you like from that comment. Anyway, these are random words, but wedding, no. Love's not happening at the moment. Flight, they're not happening either. This site is not getting COVID-19's presents. Tent, yeah. Never been in a tent before. Haven't got one hidden away in a secret store under the stairs, all of this cares for comfort and matri, that's the plural for beds. The most we'd probably do, and that's families, etc., is that we'd go and stay in those kind of heated sheds. In fact, we've done that before. And, it's nice to fall asleep listening to animal sounds and the occasional snore, but that's glamping, really. But a tent is something that it can be a skill that is passed on, between father and son, and making sure that the poles do everything that they're supposed to. No. The fact is, please face this. I didn't mean that at all to sound racist. I'm trying to approach this poem with nuance, cleverness, freshness, whimsy, but it's hard to talk about, these things made of fabric that are so often flimsy, and you know, who in their right mind, who in their right headspace, yeah, goes for a ride right out into the countryside and gets out something, you know, with ropes that get in the way, and, you know, and then they're in that for, you know, they can stand to be in that for even a day. And, you know, it could, it's, you know, I'd give it a go, but maybe that ambition where all this is concerned to just be binned, because who wants to be in something that could get snatched by a wind? Yeah. I'm running out of words and hitting a kind of area, you know, where inspiration is going. I don't think you still care. Yeah. And because I am starting to lag, I'm going to wrap this poem up and put this whole video in its bag. Thanks for watching.